Joining us in the Movieland Spotlight this month is Tanzyn Crawford, an actor known for their work in the TV series A Night in Seven Kingdoms. Thank you so much for joining us today. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it. I'm loving the setup that you got behind you, by the way. This is so cool.
Thank you so much. Yeah, you're broadcasting live from Rome at the moment. What's it like over there?
It is, Rome is amazing. This is the second time I've been to Rome. The first time I didn't really get to see much. So I'm getting into it more this time, but it is a little crazy. It's crazy to be anywhere new alone, but I'm warming up to it.
Well, you've flown with dragons across the world and doing big things. Congratulations. This new show, A Night in Seven Kingdoms, has just released its final episode. For those who haven't watched it yet, how would you pitch this for someone to watch?
This is like the first interview that I've done where all the episodes have come out. Yeah. So now I feel like I can just say anything. But it's the feedback and what I've sort of gathered from people is that it's a great jump-in type of show. You don't have to know any history of Westeros. You don't have to be familiar with the characters and the family lines. It does, it can be helpful, but it's not mandatory. And it's a softer landing. It's not so violent at times. It's not so violent. It's not so intimidating to jump into. And I think the episode lengths are perfect. And you get your fix of the 6 episodes. And then if you want more, you can wait for season 2, or you can go watch House of Dragon or Game of Thrones or whatever. It's like a good taster.
Yeah, I got you. I procrastinated at watching it first, but as soon as I got through those first 5 minutes, I was hooked and binged the entire thing. And as you said, as you said there, I love how it has the same tone as Game of Thrones, but the dread isn't as heavy. It's got that comedy in there, and it doesn't feel out of place though. The comedy just hits really well. So yeah, I absolutely think it works well, and people should definitely give it a try. The universe is expanding in such a fascinating way as well. For those feeling the emptiness of Game of Thrones, like myself, who found excitement in House of the Dragon, and now this, just amazing.
Yeah, it's an unusual kind of format for the Game of Thrones universe of just following really one man and his story for 6 episodes. So I think it's a lot more intimate, and you get to delve much deeper, a lot quicker into one character, rather than in Game of Thrones where you're following a bunch of people and you learn to love those people too, but it maybe takes you a little longer because you get less time with them.
Well, I have to ask, are you really too tall, or is this false perspective, stilts, or just the story?
How tall do you think I am? What do you think would be appropriate for too tall?
Oh, well, the thing is, you probably think I'm not too tall either, so I can't tell by just watching you on TV, but I'm 6'6", so I'm thinking, are you around 6 foot? Well, to me, I'm normal, so I don't even know if that's too tall.
I know. I am 6 foot, so I feel like 6 foot to me and my family is not that tall. So I'm most of my family is your height plus. So I would say I'm not that tall. I'm one of the shortest people in my family. But I know in the grand scheme of the world, a 6 foot woman is tall. So yes, I take the too tall label on.
Oh, that's great. I was wondering if it was forced perspective or anything like that. But you're too tall when everyone's asking you to get everything off the top shelf.
Yeah, for real. I think I'm taller than, I don't know what the average height of a man is, maybe 5'11" or something. So I guess I'm taller than an average man. So I do feel like when I walk around in the world, I am taller than a majority of people. Most women, 99% of all women. So we are tall.
Yeah, it seems like the tall joke is a reoccurring joke throughout the series as well. Duncan always hitting his head. It always got me too. As simple as the joke is, I giggled every time. So what was your experience like working on this set, especially stepping back in time for a period piece?
This was the most incredible experience I've had on any set. It was not like anything I've experienced before. I have never done a period piece before. Most of what I filmed has either been on a lot or just in an already established house or already established sets. So to pull up to this field that these amazing set designers had built, a whole tournament ground and markets and a tent and everything, a bridge, was nothing I'd ever seen before. And of course that feeds you as an actor, because you no longer have to imagine and make up all of this external stuff. It's right there. So now I can focus on exactly what I'm doing without feeling like I'm giving extra energy towards that. So, I mean, just that was incredible. The costuming was incredible. I've never had like a custom costume made like that before. So going in and seeing the materials like laid out and picking the colors and everything fitted perfectly to me was another blessing, another like, you know, feeding into my actor brain of building up the character. So like everybody was involved. And then of course, like being around like the animals on set, walking around amongst horses and goats and chickens and all amazing background people. It's just like so immersive. It just makes the entire experience feel more real and more special.
Definitely would have been. Just casually walking around, I'm sure it would have been unreal. But how familiar were you with George R.R. Martin's Dunk and Egg stories before landing the role, and did it influence your audition at all?
I hadn't heard of these stories. I also hadn't really consumed that much Game of Thrones or House of Dragon beforehand. Game of Thrones came out when I was quite young, so I didn't watch it as a kid, and so it sort of like missed me as an adult. I didn't really get into it. But then when I got the audition, I watched a couple episodes and I watched some of House of Dragon to, you know, get the tone. I'd never heard of the Dunk and Egg stories. In my audition, it didn't say like Game of Thrones spin-off. It was like a secret, but they did leave the character name in. So I did see like Tanzen was in there. So I just Googled that and it came up with the thing. Anyways, but honestly, there's not that much information about her in the book. She gets like a couple of sentences of her description and then, you know, does her puppeteering and then that's it. So I kind of didn't feel, in the beginning, I didn't feel pressure to like try to match what I thought the Game of Thrones universe was going to be because I wasn't that familiar with it and I didn't have that much to work off of. I feel like maybe it crept in when I was on set and I realized this is going to be like a big deal and people were going to want to see something that they've read about and kind of held this character for so long already. Like I didn't want to disappoint anyone. But at the end of the day, I got hired because I gave the best interpretation of the character. So I just kind of had to remind myself to be confident in what I had brought and go with that.
Oh, you definitely did a great performance, and I'm intrigued to see more of it because your character was a little brief. I haven't read the books either, so it was something new to me. And I was late to Game of Thrones as well, so like I think I tuned in right when the last season was going on. So like I got a lot to catch up. I think I actually binged the whole 7 series while season 8 was just coming out, so that was a big job to do. But yeah,
that's intimidating. That's why I never jumped in because it's so much to get through.
It wasn't enough, to be honest. Like, I still want more. Here I am. Like, come on. I'm about to ask you when season 2's coming out.
I think season 2 is slated. I think I did see this in an interview, so this is like not a spoiler or whatever. But I think he said 2020, mid 2027.
Oh,
so you have to wait that long. It'll be a House of Dragon, and then it'll be another Night of the Seven Kingdoms.
All the episodes are out now, so spoiler alert. Tune out if you don't want to hear this, but your character kind of lit a match and run away at the end there, leaving Sir Duncan to up and defend the final battle by himself. Like, should there be the second season? What do you think the direction is going to be there? Like, the love story will continue and resume with sorry about that.
Yeah. Well, you said you weren't familiar with the books?
No.
I mean, you can just look up what the books are. I know George has written a bunch more stories after the books have ended, so there's definitely like potential for the story to go on and on and on. And we'll just have to see where I come into it, I guess.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. Well, as an Australian actor stepping into a globally recognized franchise, what does this opportunity mean to you personally?
Oh, what a great question. I mean, I'm sure you're probably in the same boat as me, but I didn't know any actors growing up in Perth. I didn't meet anybody that was, you know, in the entertainment industry or pursuing this kind of career. So I don't know, I guess I'm just like proud of myself to kind of navigate a career that I really wanted to step into with kind of no reference and no idea of where it would take me and no idea of what it would actually look like for my future. So I think I'm just like proud of myself for giving it a go. I was studying like a science degree, and last minute I decided to go to WAPA. So I think, yeah, just like give it a go. Give it a go. Good job.
Yeah,
That's what it means to me.
Very good.
It's nice to like represent. I mean, I guess there's quite a lot of Australian actors coming out now.
Yeah.
They seem to be kind of everywhere, and it just makes me proud that we're such a, really in the grand scheme of things, we're a little country with a little population. So I'm happy that we're like spreading our creativity out in the world and bringing our perspectives and opinions and talent and everything all over the place. And I'm happy to be a part of that bunch.
For those who haven't started 97 Kingdoms, it is a must-watch, now streaming on HBO Max, and for those who cannot get enough, watch it again, or get ready because House of the Dragon returns June, also on HBO Max. Here at Movieland, we love recommending movies. Can you give us a couple of movies to watch? Old, new, sky's the limit.
Okay, well, I'm just going to give you my favorite movies that I can think of off the top of my brain right now. Skeleton Twins.
Okay.
Have you watched Skeleton Twins?
No, I haven't.
Skeleton Twins is amazing. The Wiz, I'm like a huge musical girl. And The Wiz, I think, is like an incredible masterpiece.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Big Michael Jackson fan, so yeah.
Me too. I'm so excited for this movie to come out, the biopic. It's going to be so amazing.
Yes.
Huge event in my life personally.
Yeah.
Watermelon Woman, I love. The one that I just watched, and I know it's like an Oscar contender now, but If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You.
All right,
amazing.
Yeah. I've seen that popping up, and I was kind of weirded out about the title. I'm like, has she not got legs? I'm intrigued.
It has nothing to do with the legs.
Okay.
There's no legs, there's no kicking involved, but it's amazing. And it's Rose Byrne, another Australian.
Two hands. I love her in two hands.
Oh yeah. She's amazing, but she's so good in it. It's the most stressful movie I've ever seen.
Really? Okay.
But a good watch. Very good acting. Memory with Jessica Chastain.
I've got something to put on my watch list there. So that's what I love. If you just say ones I've already seen, I'm like, yeah. But give me something to watch. I've never got enough to watch. So I'm going to put all those on my watch list.
The problem is I always get like a real hyperfixation on an actress.
Yeah.
And then I'll just go watch every single thing that she's ever been in. And so I have so many like obscure movies from like actresses that nobody's ever heard of, but I'm like, guys, you have to go back, dip into a like 2008 movie career and you'll find some gold.
Yeah, do that with directors as well. Trust me, you have the same effect, like everything's gold.
Just anyone. I fixate on someone. I'm like, I need to see everything they've ever done.
Last question I got for you. What are your go-to cinema stacks at the candy bar?
Oh, such a good question. Okay, well, the place that near me, there's a Hoyt's that I go to sometimes, but then there's like a independent place. So if I was going to a Hoyt's, I would get like a medium popcorn. Wait, you used to ask about snacks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I would get like a medium popcorn, and I like to put my M&Ms in my popcorn.
Right.
And get them all salty so you can eat them at the same time. And then I would get like a big frozen drink, like frozen raspberry. And then I also love a ice cream sandwich.
My wife always puts the Maltesers in the popcorn, lets it melt a little bit.
Yeah, she gets it.
But she doesn't eat a whole popcorn and she wants to share, but I don't like that. So like I gotta get my own popcorn and then a half a popcorn goes to waste.
Also, I'll always bring a cucumber.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay, haven't heard that one before.
A cucumber, popcorn, ice cream sandwich. Amazing.
Sounds like one great night out. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. I really appreciate it. I wish you all the best with your future work. Looking forward to season 2 of 97 Kingdoms and enjoy the rest of your time in Rome.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your time.